Hi, I'm so glad that you could meet with me today. I hope you had no issues getting on and logging on to see me today. I want to introduce myself. My name is Ashley Pearson. I'm a licensed clinical social work intern here at the Cohen Family Military Clinic in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm currently working under supervision as I complete my clinical training. I'm truly looking forward to supporting you through this process. Before we get started, I wanted to go through a few things today that is super important in how confidentiality works um, in our session. And it's important that might require me in the future to break confidentiality. Do you have any questions so far before I get started? Okay, good. Just let me know and stop me if you have any questions because sometimes it can be a little daunting. It's a lot of information all at one time, but just let me know. I know that sometimes things can seem unclear, but I know that I would like you to know exactly what you can expect from our work together. First, I'm going to explain how confidentiality works. What you share with me stays between us. I will not be sharing your story with anyone else. Nothing you say will leave this space, this room, whether it's virtual or in person, without your written consent, your given permission. This is your space. I see it as my job to hold that space with you with care and compassion and professionalism. With that being said, there are a few things that are pretty rare but are important that you understand that maybe I might be legally or ethically obligated to involve other people. Do you have any questions up to this point? I just want to make sure that you're understanding so far. Okay, good. The first thing that I want to point out is mandated reporting. I'm not sure if you've heard of that term before, but just a brief oversight. It is if you tell me that a child or an elderly person, a vulnerable adult is being harmed, abused, or neglected. In North Carolina, our clinic policy requires me to report to the authorities. This protects people who cannot protect themselves, who do not have that ability sometimes to advocate for themselves. So that's where I would come in. Secondly, if you're having thoughts of it harming yourself, please know that this is a safe space. Anything you share with me is understood, and I will take that very respectfully and professionally. I'm here to support you through all of those feelings. But if I believe that there is an immediate risk to your safety, I may have to seek additional help, like emergency services or possibly another provider. This falls under a term what is called a duty to protect. I have a duty to protect you and your well-being. Also, in kind of the same avenue, if you're planning to harm someone else or there is a real specific threat, I may be required to notify that person or contact law enforcement. This is just known a duty to warn. It is rare, but it is also something that is part of our ethic responsibility. Are you following along still? Any questions? You need me to slow down a little bit? Okay, I want you to let me know if you have any questions continuing forward. Because we are a part of the Cohen Veteran Network, we follow both federal and clinical policies. Federal policies like HIPAA, more clinical policies that are designed to support military families specifically. That means your health information will be kept secret and secure and only shared with your written consent, except for those few exceptions that we had just talked about. Also, I want you to know that our clinic works with military veterans. I'm not sure if you read into all it entails: veterans, active duty service members, those not receiving direct DoD mental health care, and including their families. But we do not share information with the VA, DoD, or a command without explicit permission. This is a part what makes the Cohen Family Military Clinic unique in that respect. Outside of those exceptions, everything we talked about stays right here. We won't share your information to doctors, family, or anyone unless you give us written permission. You are always in control. Like I said before, this is your space, and I want you to feel safe and respected and heard. Um, if we do need to coordinate with someone to release any of your information, we will provide that release of information form for you to fill out if you would like that. I know that this is probably a lot up front, and I understand that a lot of times we have moments where we think of a question that we might have later, and that's okay. I want you to reach back out and let me know if you have any questions. I want to make sure that I reiterate you feeling safe and informed and empowered throughout this entire process. You get to ask all the questions, you get to express your concerns and clarify anything that you might need. There is no such thing as a bad question if you have anything that you need answered. Do you have any questions today or concerns? Okay, you just remember to ask if you ever had anything. I want to thank you sitting through all of that. It's a lot. I appreciate you to take the time. If something comes to mind later, like I said, bring it up. We will revisit it. I'm looking forward to working together throughout this journey. If you want, we can begin with whatever you would like to begin our session with today.